Kirkmeyer. Kolker.
Excused.
Liston. Liston.
Excused.
Lundin. Marchman. Michelson Genet. Mullica. Pelton B. Pelton R. Rich. Roberts. Rodriguez. Simpson. Snyder. Sullivan. Sullivan. Weissman. Winter.
Excused.
Amabile. Bridges. Gonzalez. Mr. President.
Let's do this. Morning roll call is 30 present, 0 absent, and 5 excused. We have a quorum. Senator Catlin, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Colleagues, please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal, Senator Ball.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate Journal of February 5th, 2025 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Man, the ayes have it. The motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed, Senate Bill 125, 126, 127, 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, 133, 134, 135, 136, 137, 138, 139, 140, 141, 142, 143, 144, 145, 146, 147, 148, 149, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, and 158. Correctly engrossed, Senate Bill 16, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, and 115. Correctly re-engrossed, Senate Bill 6, 10, 14, 23, 38, and 55. Correctly revised House Joint Resolution 1009. Correctly re-revised House Bill 1022. Correctly enrolled Senate Joint Resolution 5.
Mr. Schaffler, please add Senator Sullivan to the roll. Committee reports.
The Committee on Education has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the Board of Trustees for Western Colorado University effective January 1st, 2025 for terms expiring December 31st, 2028. Alvina Maria Vasquez of Wheat Ridge, Colorado reappointed. Chelsea Carver of Highlands Ranch, Colorado appointed. The Committee on Education has had under consideration and has had a hearing on the following appointments and recommends that the appointments be placed on the consent calendar and confirmed. Members of the State Board for Community Colleges and Occupational Education for terms expiring December 31st, 2028. Angelica Schroeder of Boulder, Colorado to serve as a representative of the 2nd Congressional District appointed. Stephen Trujillo of Pueblo, Colorado to serve as a representative of the 3rd Congressional District reappointed. Committee on Education, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 64 be amended as follows, and as so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Committee on Education, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 27 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Senate Committee Committee on Judiciary, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 75 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Committee on Judiciary, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 62 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on Judiciary, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 60 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Judiciary, after consideration of the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 82 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Transportation and Energy, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1076 be amended as follows, and as so amended, be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. Committee on Transportation and Energy, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. House Bill 1054 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar.
Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Mr. Schaffler, please read the titles of all the bills on the consent calendar.
Senate Bill 89 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Corrections. Senate Bill 90 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Early Childhood. Senate Bill 91 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Education. Senate Bill 92 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the offices of Governor, Lieutenant Governor, and State Planning and Budgeting. Senate Bill 94 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Higher Education. Senate Bill 95 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Human Services. Senate Bill 96 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Judicial Department. Senate Bill 97 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Labor and Employment. Senate Bill 98 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Law. Senate Bill 99 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Legislature. Senate Bill 100 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Local Affairs. Senate Bill 101 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Military and Veterans Affairs. Senate Bill 102 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Natural Resources. Senate Bill 104 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Public Health and Environment. Senate Bill 106 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Regulatory Agencies. Senate Bill 107 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Revenue. Senate Bill 108 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of State. Senate Bill 109 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Transportation. Senate Bill 110 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Treasury. Senate Bill 111 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning funding for capital construction and making supplemental appropriations in connection therewith. Senate Bill 112 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning funding for capital construction information technology and making supplemental appropriations in connection therewith. Senate Bill 113 by Senators Bridges and Kirkmeyer and Representatives Byrd and Taggart concerning adjustments to school funding for the 2024-25 budget year and in connection therewith increasing an appropriation. Senate Bill 114 by Senators Amabile and Kirkmeyer and Representatives Byrd and Taggart concerning the repeal of the Financial Literacy and Exchange Program. Senate Bill 115 by Senators Bridges and Kirkmeyer and Representatives Sirota and Taggart concerning an extension of spending authority for the Colorado State Forest Service Seedling Tree Nursery.
Majority Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for the passage of the bills on third reading, final passage consent calendar, which is Senate Bill 89, 90, 91, 92, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 104, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115.
Any discussion on the bills? Are there any, seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on third reading and final, third reading of bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes? Senator Rich.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 25090, Senate Bill 25095, Senate Bill 25104.
Senatorial 5, and I got that down, but I'll repeat it. Senatorial 5. We are on Senate Bill 89. Senator Rich requested and will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 90, Senate Bill 95, and Senate Bill 104. Any further no votes? Members, again, we're on third reading of bills, final passage consent calendar. Senate Bill 89, we're asking for no votes. I have Senator Rich recorded as a no vote. on all the bills, and I have Senator Rich recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 90, Senate Bill 95, and Senate Bill 104. Very good. Senator Baisley.
Thank you, Mr. President, and good morning.
Good morning.
I ask to be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bills 90, 95, and 104.
Senator Baisley will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bills 90, 95, and 104.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as no vote on Senate Bill 90, 95, and 104.
Senator Pelton R. will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 90, Senate Bill 95, and Senate Bill 104. Senator Henriksen.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 104.
Senator Henriksen will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 104. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. I request to be recorded as a no vote on the following bills, 95 and 104.
Minority Leader Lundeen will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bills 95 and 104. Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be recorded a no vote on Senate Bill 104.
Senator Pelton B. will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 104. Senator Carson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request to be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bill 90, Senate Bill 95, and Senate Bill 104.
Senator Carson will be recorded as a no vote on Senate Bills 90, 95, and 104. So now. Are there any other no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 89 is passed. Co-sponsors. Wow. Sorry, Senator Bridges. No co-sponsors. Moving on. With a vote of 27 ayes, 4 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 90 is passed. Co-sponsors. Wow, Senator Bridges. Oh, there we go, Senator Judah. With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 91 is passed. Co-sponsors.
On Senate Bill 92, with a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 92 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 94 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 26 aye, 5 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 95 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 96 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 97 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 98 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 99 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 100 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 101 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 102 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 24 aye, 7 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 104 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 106 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 107 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 108 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 109 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 110 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 111 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, 4 excused, Senate Bill 112 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 113 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, 4 excused, Senate Bill 114 passes. Co-sponsors. With a vote of 31 aye, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 115 passes. Co-sponsors.
Third reading of bills. Right there.
All right, third reading of bills, final passage. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 16?
Senate Bill 16 by Senator Snyder and Representative Basnicker concerning updating the framework governing escrow disbursements for real estate transactions.
Senator Snyder.
Thank you. I move Senate Bill 16 on third reading and final passage.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 16. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 16 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senator Kipp, co-sponsors. Senator Marchman. Co-sponsors Kipp, Huckes Lewis, Bright, Marchman, Carson, please add the president. And Senator Coleman. President Coleman.
Mr. Coleman? The Honorable?
Will the clerk please read the title of Senate Bill 88?
Senate Bill 88 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Agriculture.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 88 on third reading.
Is there any discussion? Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Madam President. I just would like to say this is a good bill, vote yes, and I should have voted on it, yes, on it in the committee, and I made a mistake because I had some bad information, so I appreciate the good senator from, Greenwood Village for his patience with me, so thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 88. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 88 is passed. Co-sponsors. Senator Roberts. I couldn't see you behind Pelton's head. Oh, I always get fined when I'm up here. Okay. Will the clerk please read the title of Senate Bill 93?
Senate Bill 93 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Healthcare Policy and Financing.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 93 on third reading.
Is there any discussion? Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Madam President. I would just like to say that, again, with healthcare and policy and finance, I just have an issue with the growing of this department. In 6 years, 84% in FTE is what they've grown. 386 people in HCPF, 386 people in 6 years. The state revenue has only been able to keep up in 6 years by 11.3%. Yet HCPF has grown 32% in general fund appropriations in the last 6 years. That is a problem. In Logan County, if we would have had this, we would have been definitely being talked to by our citizens about how growing government is not good. This mismanagement of this department has got to stop. We got to do better. And I'm not going to vote for this today because I don't think they need any more money. I know that we're supposed to be paying our bills. I get that. But I am not going to vote for this because something needs to change. I ask for a no vote on Senate Bill 93.
Is there any further discussion? Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, I rise today in support of this supplemental request, not just because it's necessary, but because it underscores a challenge that we have to solve. The Department of Healthcare and Policy and Financing serves over 1.7 million Coloradans, children, seniors, people with disabilities, and working families who rely on Medicaid and state-supported health care. When we approve funding for HCPF, we do so because these services are essential to the public. But let's also be clear. We are in this position today because of bad forecasting. As someone who has worked as a master scheduler, I understand the importance of accurate forecasting, not just for budgets, but for operations. In a production setting, if the forecasts are wrong, we run out of materials, factories shut down, customer demand goes unmet, and companies lose money. If those errors happen repeatedly, the entire operation folds. Medicaid and healthcare financing are no different. When HCPF underestimates growth, they run out of funding. When they miscalculate provider needs, we see workforce shortages and service cutbacks. When behavioral health demands exceed projections, emergency rooms fill up, crisis teams are overwhelmed, communities suffer. One bad forecast is a problem. A pattern of bad forecasting is a systemic failure. That's why I support this request. Without it, we would see our ERs overcrowding, we would see service shutdowns, we'd see gaps in behavioral health response. But while I support this funding today, I also demand stronger accountability moving forward. HCPF must improve its forecasting. We can't keep approving emergency requests because the department's projections were off. Workforce challenges must be addressed shortly. Raising the rates every year is not something we can do, but we also have to provide for the people who are providing for our people. And finally, accountability. This body expects regular reporting from HCPF on spending, provider access, and efficiency improvements. This is not a blank check. It's an investment that must be managed responsibly. So colleagues, I vote yes today because Coloradans need this support, but I'm also going to be watching closely to ensure we don't find ourselves in the same position next year. Thank you.
Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Madam President. I rise in opposition to the bill, spoke about it on second reading, and will be brief in my comments today. The general fund, the general fund error, as the previous speaker spoke about, the forecasting failure, is about 15%. That is material. 15% of the $600 million or so bogey we have in the coming budget year. And part of the reason we have that problem is exactly the mistakes that we are trying to backfill and cover at this point. $87 million in general fund obligation loan, $360 million across all sources of funding. This is a substantial, it's 2.2% of the department's budget in error, looking back, asking for us to clean up the mess. This is the failure of leadership I spoke of yesterday. We must get better, we must do better. I'm a no vote on this bill and encourage you to join me.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 93. Are there any no votes? Senator Lundin, Senator Pelton R., Senator Carson, Senator Baisley, Senator Rich, Senator Catlin, I'm going too fast, people, Senator Bright, Senator Pelton B., with a vote of 23 aye, 8 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 93 is adopted, is passed. Co-sponsors. Will the clerk please read the title of Senate Bill 103?
Senate Bill 103 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Personnel.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 103 on third reading.
Is there any discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 103. Are there any no votes? Senator Pelton B. Senator Pelton R. Mr. Minority Leader. Senator Carson. Senator Baisley. Senator Rich. With a vote of 25 aye, 6 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 103 is passed. Co-sponsors. Will the clerk please read the title of Senate Bill 105?
Senate Bill 105 by Senator Bridges and Representative Byrd concerning a supplemental appropriation to the Department of Public Safety.
Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. I move Senate Bill 105 on third reading and final passage.
Is there any discussion? Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Madam President. Colleagues, this is my bill, and I considered voting no on this bill because of the amendment we put on yesterday. I do not believe that writing a blank check to CBI, a department that even before the Missy Wood scandal had a 275-day backlog on rape kits, I do not believe that giving them a blank check is going to result in justice for the people of Colorado. We need oversight. We need strict oversight. My understanding is that this is in the works, and I do expect to see this bill back here in the Senate again. So while I may have moved for final passage, my hope is that it's not final. I'll be a yes for today with the understanding that more work will be done to ensure that CBI delivers justice for the people of Colorado.
Is there any further discussion? Senator Kirkmeyer.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just want to say over at the JBC, we're going to double down. So if CBI or the Department of Public Safety thinks they're off the hook because they're getting a $3 million increase to go out and do more testing, I say you better show up with a plan, you better show up and expect to be held accountable, because we're going to make sure that you are going to be accountable and we're going to get this accomplished. So appreciate what our members in this chamber have told us, appreciate how we're going to move forward on this, appreciate that there's going to be more work done, but at the JBC, we're not done and we will be doubling down, and you can count on it.
Senator Amabile.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I want to, Madam President Pro Tem, sorry. I just want to emphasize what my colleagues on the JBC have said. What is happening and what has been happening for many, many, many years around this testing is completely unacceptable. And we are going to use the power of the purse to say, you have got to do better. And not just now, not in this crisis that has all this attention focused on it, but every day and going forward. We have got to fix what is broken. And we absolutely want to make sure that victims are getting everything they need as quickly as we can do it. Thank you.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of Senate Bill 105. Are there any no votes? Senators Rich, Baisley, with a vote of 29 aye, 2 no, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Senate Bill 105 is passed. Co-sponsors. Well, okay, I'll have to keep going. General orders, second reading of bills. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Madam President Pro Tem. I move the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for consideration of General Orders, second reading of bills.
You have heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The Senate will resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for the consideration of General Orders, second reading of bills, and Senator Mullica will take the chair.
That's why I chose him. Keep quiet or he's going to gavel you down in a second. Pay attention. Pay attention.
I need it. I need it. Just right here, right?
Oh, look at that. Speaking at a forum. I just know it knows your phone. Committee to order.
Oh, no, yeah, that is speaking of farm. I get an action shot.
Campaigning, my wife speaking at a table. My wife would text me in the middle of the thing saying, "It flies down."
Committee come to order. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You got to read the bill.
Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 39?
Senate Bill 39 by Senators Bridges and Pelton B. and Representative Martinez concerning exemptions from energy use reporting requirements for owners of certain buildings.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over Senate Bill 39 until Tuesday, February 11th.
Motion has been made to lay over Senate Bill 39 to February 11th. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it, and Senate Bill 39 will be laid over to February 11th. Will the clerk please read the title to Senate Bill 5?
Senate Bill 5 by Senators Rodriguez and Danielson and Representatives Mabry and Bacon concerning the elimination of the requirement for a second election to negotiate a union security clause in the collective bargaining process.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move Senate Bill 005 lay over until Thursday, February 13th.
The motion is to have Senate Bill 5 laid over to February 13th. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, no. And Senate Bill 5 will be laid over to February 13th. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Committee will rise and report. Now what do I say?
Senate will come to order. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
February 6, 2025, Mr. President, your Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it has had under consideration the following attached bills, being the second reading thereof, and makes the following recommendations thereon. Senate Bill 39 laid over until February 11, 2025, and retaining its place on the calendar. Senate Bill 5 laid over until February 13th, 2025, and retaining its place on the calendar.
Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 31 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 4 excused, Committee of the Whole report is adopted. Senate Bill 39 laid over until 2/11/2025, retaining its place on the calendar. Senate Bill 5 laid over until 2/13/2025, retaining its place on the calendar. Announcements. Senator Kip. Yeah, we got it now.
Yeah, sorry, still learning here. A moment of personal privilege, may I have permission?
Granted.
Thank you. I would like to announce that the Colorado Broadcasters Association legislative reception is tonight from 5:30 to 7 p.m. at the University Club. Hope to see y'all there.
Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Mr. President, and happy Valentine's Day season. It's a little trickier than when we were in elementary school and we each had our Valentine's boxes on our desks. But I wanted to let you know that I've given you 2 Valentines. Starting tomorrow, I will have a Valentine's Day box holder that I will be certain to ask the Secretary of the Senate if I can place on the front here. You can put your Valentines in there, and we will send them through the Loveland remailing program. So fill it out. You don't need to put a stamp on it. Just fill it out and come put it in the Valentine's Day box tomorrow. Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome. Senator Mulliken. Senator Mulliken.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, Senate Health and Human Services Committee will be meeting this afternoon at 1:30 in the Old Supreme Court to hear Senate Bill 32, Senate Bill 42, and House Bill 1033.
Senator Michelson Janae.
Good morning. I would like to welcome the members of this year's Leadership Commerce City cohort. Please stand up. This impactful program brings together community leaders and students from the Adams 14 and 27J school districts, fostering civic engagement and leadership development. As part of their experience, they are visiting the Capitol to observe firsthand how the legislature conducts business and crafts policy. So please be on your best behavior. Please join me in giving them a warm welcome to the chamber.
Welcome to the chamber. Senator Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, colleagues. Just a quick reminder that the Senate Business, Labor, and Technology Committee will be meeting today on adjournment. We'll hear one bill, Senate Bill 33. See you there. And we'll be 15 minutes when we get done off the floor. Have a great day.
Senator Exum.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Local Government and Housing Committee will be meeting this afternoon, 1:30 in SCR 357. We'll hear Senate Bill 2, Senator Bridges and Senator Exum, and House Bill 1019 with Senator Henderson. And we'll also hear a short presentation from the Kit Carson Rural Development. See you there.
Senator Exum, did you just refer to yourself? Did you just refer to yourself? You read your name in the... I did. That's perfect. I like that. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee is meeting this afternoon at 1:30 in 352. We have House Joint Resolution 1004 and then the sunset hearings for the Commodity Handler and Farm Productions Act and the regulation of outfitters.
Very good. Senator Wiseman.
Thank you. This is to announce the State Veterans and Military Affairs Committee will meet on adjournment. Let's call it 5 minutes after 10. We have 2 items of business on the calendar. That is consideration of governor's appointments to FPPA, followed by hearing of Senate Bill 34. 10 minutes after 5, SCR 352.
Very good. Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Colorado Association of Naturopathic Doctors are going to be here tomorrow. Serve breakfast over by the Old Supreme Court, so stop by over there and visit with them.
Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you. I just want to introduce from the Genoa Hugo School District, the superintendent and their board president over on the side, visiting with Senator Kirkmeyer. The good senator from Brighton. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Mr. President.
You are welcome. Any other announcements? Seeing none, Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Colleagues, just for planning purposes, on Monday the 17th, the Senate will be closed in observance of President's Day. So just want to, for your planning calendars, you have a 3-day weekend after Valentine's Day. And colleagues, we will be going into recess because we have some bills to read across the desk, so no need to return. Thank you, Mr. President. I move the Senate recess until 10:30 a.m. today.
You heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The Senate will stand in recess until 10:30 a.m. today.